Hey everyone! Hello! Welcome back to some more Let's Play The Legend of Blacksilver. In the last episode, Jared Hiltman here continued his travels over the lands of Bantros. We're visiting the towns wherever it would take us to deliver the packages we are getting from the workshops in these places, with the most recent one being, I think, going back to Clishold Creek, if I recall correctly. Here's our current stats. We didn't improve anything in the last episode, other than our financial situation. We now have 3 superb whips. That will hopefully be enough whips to get us to the castle where we can kill the orcs, hopefully. Still wearing great leather armor. Yep, we're going to Clishold Creek. That's what the package is for. And we've got that blue gem still to spend at the archives. At the moment, and we picked up 3 glow tips. We'll talk about what the 30 skill over there means later when we start really getting into spells. We're looking currently to purchase 2 armor enchants, get enough money to open up the archives located in Hawk Temple, and then access the exhibit which requires that gem. We might want to hold on to a little bit more money instead of spending all of it right away and then going to Hawk Temple, in so much that we don't want to buy everything we need immediately, because we might be offered, I think, another blue gem which can be used to get armor somewhere in it, if I recall correctly, which would be good enough armor to carry us through the castle, and better than what the merchants are currently selling. And to that end, let's continue. How's everyone doing? Today is January 31st, 2025 at 8:02 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I apologize for the delay. I was getting this one of these recorded. I was really tired. I'm getting older, viewer. I can't make it through my days without taking a nap. And it's always like a late evening nap, like 7 o'clock to 9. Which is bad, because that messes up my sleep cycle. Then I don't fall asleep till 2:30 in the morning. But I can't resist. I can't resist. Oh, the perils are getting older. And where Clishold Creek is down here? Uh-oh. Am I already lost? Let's see what's sneaking through the woods. A ragged knight. Well, we waited for you. What have you got to say for yourself? I'll let you go for 20 gold. Sir, 20 gold will not be enough money. Will be more than enough money for me to cover the wounds you might inflict on me. No. How about I'd let you go for 20 gold? He only had 12 on him. There's Clishold Creek. A squeezer blocks the entrance. We're going to rescue the town. Let's do it. I'm going to squeeze the money out of these creatures. Isn't it weird that every single monster has gold on them? Like, every one of them. Every single one of them. Well, except some of them. Some of them might have armor or a weapon on them. They do drop from the creatures that you kill out here occasionally, as they did in Legacy of the Ancients. It might not be very common, but they do indeed drop them. Still not selling any boats at the marina. We're too low level. Game's saving our lives by stopping us from going out there and killing ourselves. We have 176 days of food. We do not need to buy food. As money better held on to for the purchase of our armor enchants. Al's armor. Al's armor, what are you selling today? Superb leather. We probably should buy that. 95 gold for delivering the package. Yeah, we'll help him make mail for one day. And yeah, we should buy that superb leather. Let's just do it. Assuming it's still here, which it should be. Yep. Okay, good. Got the best armor I think we can get at this moment. And we can sell our great leather to make back a little bit of money. Then we'll check the rest of the town, leave, come back in, see where the next package is they want us to... Actually, we could just walk to another town, but we're right here. And they might give us... I mean, wherever we're going to go, we really should... I'm not going to phrase this correctly. We really should go wherever the packages will lead us. Steel deal weapons. Another superb whip. We do not need that. I should be writing down the cost of this stuff so I can compare it with other places. Is there a leave? There is a leave option. Something I very irregularly used in Legacy was leave. If we're all done in the town and you haven't angered the town by robbing it, just hit L. Just get out of there. You'll be taken right outside. I'm not doing warp speed because I thought this would load by now. And we can talk about other games I guess I'm playing. So what other games are you playing, Tim? But not recording. So there's a game called Intravenous 2 that I want to record. And I recorded like 9 videos of it without me speaking because I thought it would be funner for me to watch the resulting videos with you guys after a month or so had gone and see how well I had done. But I remember most of the videos. It's been about 2 weeks since I played the game because of how rage-inducing it is. Because I play... So, Intravenous 2 is a top-down, twin-stick shootery type of game, but it's much... It can be much slower paced. It can also be very quickly paced. And it's a stealth game, supposedly. I'd argue one of the characters really encourages stealthy, sneaky playing, similar to how I played Garrett in the Thief series. But the other main character that you use plays very differently. It would be more akin to using Corvo from Dishonored, with the exception that you are not punished for killing everybody as you go through the levels. And things will go bad, and then I think it's expected that you slaughter everybody. Because that ends up being what happens. Back to Ironforge with us. Okay, do you have any other thing for us to do? No, you don't. I love the game because of the stealth is a bit more difficult than other games are. People notice when patrols are missing. They'll notice when guns are on the ground, or possibly when things are taken, which I very much like. They'll go and investigate noise, and once they're alerted, their patrol patterns completely change. They'll warn everybody, then the entire level is out looking for you. You can make noise to draw them away. You can knock out lights to make it harder for them to hit you. You can use all sorts of different weapons. Some of them feel very sameish despite different names on them. But it's good. I very much like it. But God, is it ever tough. a brain spate. I'm just going to smack it in its skull. This is for breaking the last whip on us with your mighty brain. He's got a big head. I always assume the 2 dots are its nose, and like the avatar tattoo is its eyes. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe its head has just got that symbol, and the avatar stole it. Stalk it. And Amazar, you're usually friendly, but not always. Yes. Always buy a potion so we don't have to go up to a temple. So I play it on the true difficulty, which is the hardest difficulty to play on, because I play stealth games generally because of the difficulty. And the more true to things figuring out where I am and located, the greater I tend to enjoy those games. But in this game, combat's also... It's a game that takes place in, like, today's world. So, like, you're using guns, for example. I think you have a knife you can purchase as well. I don't think there's any other melee weapons, so you can punch things. So, combats can be really quick. You take a shotgun blast, and that's it. Like, you're dead. Unless you're wearing certain types of armor. And the game has an interesting way of doing, like, stealth. Like in the Thief series, you can see how visible you are by an equivalent of a light gem in the game. And your character also makes noise when they move. The amount of noise that they make is dependent upon the amount of gear you are carrying and the armor you are wearing. So if you want to go packing, for combat, odds are you're going to do combat because things are going to detect you and then the whole level's alerted and then you're fighting everything. But that's what you went there for if you go dressed up for combat. Hold on, we're leaving and going right back in. Just want to reset this so we can go shopping again and figure out where the next package is going. Anyway, the game does something that I have done in my Thief Let's Plays for the past several playthroughs. I've always, you might remember, I limit the amount of saves I do during a game. When I record, I save basically twice. Once at some point in the middle of the game, when I'm playing. And then I'm only allowed to save again when I quit. Or at least it's one time per video. So sometimes I'll be only once in-game per level. And other times, I might get more, depending upon how many videos of the game I'm playing. Well, this game does something very similar. When you on every difficulty level, you get a certain amount of saves you're allowed to do during the level, and no more. And so, you start on true difficulty. You start with 3. You generally will get an autosave when you meet the target that you're supposed to kill. This game's an assassin game. And then, as you explore the levels, you might get more of them, depending upon where you go. Like, certain extra saves are locked behind going into certain buildings and acquiring something, like more money or exploring a building, for example. And I very much like that. It means that you can't save the game every few seconds when something goes your way. You have to actually consider when you're going to save the game, how difficult it was. Oh, we have fair staves now. I'm going to keep my whips. Even though the fair staff is is probably a little better. We spent all this money on the whips, guys. We're sticking with these. We're sticking with these now. I forget if there's any shops over here. I don't think there are. There are not. Okay. And we're going back to Clissold Creek again. So I very much like that, and because it makes you have to decide if you've done enough or enough has transpired that it's worth using one of your saves. You basically, just like the Thief series, plan for your insertion by buying everything you think you're going to need at the start. But you can find other equipment during the game, and enemies drop their guns, assuming they had some. And then you can go ahead and pick up that gun and use it instead of the gun you brought. You can upgrade your weapons too, which means you kind of want to stick with the weapons that you brought, but any weapon that you drop that you might have, let's say, upgraded, you can get the exact same copy of all the upgrades on that gun for free in between each level. So this encourages you to bring back weapons that you find at some point, probably near the end of your adventure in each level, so you can unlock those guns and see how they work. My surprise for the game really came down to, besides how difficult it was that when I put a silencer on a gun, I expected to be able to fire it without any trouble, without anyone realizing I was there. And I realized very quickly, by like the second level, they don't work that way. It really lessens the amount of noise a gun works. But if anything's close by, they can still hear you. And they're going to investigate the sound of a gun. Oh, we should see if we can work a day. Can we work a day? We can. I assume when they say help us make mail for this shop that they mean, like, armor. And not, like, write letters to people's grandparents or something. 1 second. We'll even come right back again. And I think we've got enough money to afford... I think we can afford going now to Hawk Temple. Oh, maybe. Hold on, Tim. I think we do one more of these. Because we still needed 2 armor enchants. At the very least 2. Pass. Speak. Yes. Back to Ironforge. Sorry, guys. Apparently, we're just delivering mail back and forth to these 2 places. But then again, these 2 places are rather easy to get to back and forth. So, I am kind of glad this is all that we have to do. We're going to stop by Appia, though, first. I want to buy those armor enchants. So let's do that right now. Anyway, I try to not save the game too often, which ends up being pretty... Well, first off, you can't save the game that often because of the amount of limited saves, so you really have to be careful with how you spend them. And this means that I often get to redo the first bits of a level quite a few times in that game. Sure, we'll eat its flesh for food. If we get sick, we'll just have to go... let's wait for the Amazar. Hello, Amazar. How are you? You have anything for trade? 40 gold. We don't really need it. A brain spate. Let's stalk it. We got you. Charge! Woo! 1 hit, 1 kill. Amazing. And we didn't get sick eating the bulldog's flesh. And so I tend to get somewhat far, think I can go a little farther, and then die. Or someone sees me. And this is where this game differs from other games I've played. Because of how quickly things can go bad and how many enemies there are that are going to begin looking for you. And I feel like although there's a lot of them and the game is tough, but I still feel it feels right. Like I want to say it's fair. It's not really fair playing on the hardest difficulty level. But it feels right. But as such, if I'm seen, sometimes that's an instant reload. Most of the time, depending upon the character I'm using, it's an instant reload if I'm not ready to begin the killing of everything. Which is not how I tend to play these games. I normally play the game as a roguelike in a way. Like in Thief, right? When we played through Thief together. Let's see, we're gonna buy 2 of these. Should we buy, you know what, we can afford 1 more of each of them. 1 more glow tip. And 1 more armor enchant. Alright, very good. And now we can just leave. I'm not used to the idea of a game which has these save restrictions because it's expecting you to save and load the game. It knows that... Shut your yap, scum. Oh, right in my yap. My yap. It hurts. $11. Right, so... because generally, in a game like, let's say, Thief, I find that game to be, in all honesty, rather easy, given how the AI was programmed. Still, great game. Fantastic Thief game. One of the best Thief games I've played. But the AI's not the brightest. You can get pretty close to them and knock everyone out, which is why I also choose not to knock everyone out in that game, to make it tougher for us when we watch them play these games. After all, it's all about you guys at home, as well as me. So as such, when I was playing this game and recording it, and trying it out first, I wanted to play it more akin to never reloading the game. But this becomes an impossibility. I am not good enough at the game to play it without saving the game. Very rarely in the game when I play it have I made it to the mark without dying. I think only in 3 of the levels that I had done out of the 10. And even then, to say I made it to them without dying is not true. In so much that I absolutely died to the target in every level, multiple times. However, I could eventually, potentially, do it in one go. But I don't like recording myself doing levels flawlessly if that wasn't actually what happened. I want to record the struggle, because that's what I think is also entertaining to watch. To Appia with this package, okay. And I think after this package is delivered, we are set to go to the archives. We also still do not need food. I unless they're selling a good staff, we're not buying any weapons. A good staff? Okay, we'll sell our whips and buy the staves. Okay, good. Thank goodness. I was worried you would have a better weapon. A better weapon. Notice that the staff there was 128, and I think no armor. The armor was 168, not the whip. You paid 160-ish for your armor. So recording this game, I've been all sorts of conflicted because I don't like saving and reloading in the game, but on the other hand, I do want to keep it on screen. But is it okay to do that, say, 40 times? Because one of the levels, I reloaded about 43 times in order to actually complete it. It was that difficult. Is that entertaining? Probably. It's not what I like. I don't like feeling that, like, oh my god, I'm really bad at this. But I guess it's acceptable for the level that I'm playing at. Another brain speed. Lots of you guys walking around today. We can't have this. A bone worm. Let's go right at it. Oh wow, it went right at me. Looks like a sock puppet to me, this one. I can't really take the bone worm seriously. Is it a weapon? No, okay. Sorry. Oh, it is a weapon! Sorry, the game paused a little bit there. A great dagger. I'll take a free weapon. I'll hold on to that one. I like to imagine that was a great dagger we used to be. Although it was a good dagger we were using in the past, I think. Anyway, that was a whole lot of talking about a game that I no longer have any of the videos for, except for the very beginning intro video, the one where I say hello, welcome to this game, and lay down how we're gonna go and play it. I think the place you want to go to, Tim, is not over here on this side. Slings and arrows. You have slings or arrows? Nope. Just a superb whip. That is neither a sling nor an arrow. Oh, only 75 gold. I didn't realize you could get so little for it. We'll make barrels. Okay, we're not going to pick up any more packages. Otherwise, I'll feel compelled to deliver them. A Bantog! I haven't seen one of you yet. How are you doing? How's your day? Oh. Not so good. He's probably upset that he was called a Bantog. Do you think these creatures named themselves, some of them? I mean, it does look like a Bantog. I don't really know what a Bantog should look like, but it looks like it should be called that. No. We're gonna skip on eating flesh for food for a little bit. Alright, we're gonna stop by Ironwood. Really quick. Or should we? No. Let's go straight for the archive. Which I think is down this way. Squeezer. A superb whip! Holy crap! That makes up for the superb whip that we broke. Holy crap! That's amazing. Owl Temple. Disc 4. Okay, let's do this on screen since we learned about the warp speed trick. That is so nice. That is so nice. Okay, so, hello, sir. We offer you 80, oh, okay, well, 80 tribute. I only want 58. Would you like to tour the archives for 100 gold? Yes. The brothers of our temples maintain these archives as a holy tribute to Bantros' life. Many of these displays are magical. Several are dangerous. Each display requires a special gem to be viewed. Once you've seen a display, you can often view it again with no gem. The archives are now open. Okay, and we climb? All right. Man, it's been a while since we've seen something that looks like this. So, just in case you've never seen The Legend of Blacksilver or Legacy of Ancients games, or a game like one of the old school Ultimas, we are looking straight out of our character's eyeballs. It's a first-person view, and we walk and turn. There is no strafing in this place. Mountains. I mean, this doesn't actually have mountains in it. It will have something that looks like a mountain in it. And a sunset and a person. But these are more or less just like the magical exhibits that were back on Tarmalon. So if you don't have an amethyst gem, we cannot actually interact with the exhibit beyond looking at its amazing looking picture. And viewer, I don't have the layout of this particular archive mapped. I did map out Owl Temple because that place got really confusing. And I remember doing it with you guys on screen a long time ago because I kept getting absolutely lost. This one I remember not being quite as difficult to navigate. This is chainmail. Metalwork. But it is the chainmail armor in here, I'm pretty sure. Oh, no. So this is a blue gem. We could open this and get the chainmail, but then we're not going to get to the castle. We actually should do the castle. If we do open that exhibit and get the chainmail, someone will eventually offer us another blue gem. But I would rather get the singing crystal. Game of Honor, that's the Tryst game. So we need a garnet or ruby gem to open that up. This is where we started from. Yes, okay. Is this a singing crystal? Singing crystal. That's a great little picture. Like the guy looking at that glowing crystal. You might not be able to tell, but it is pulsating slightly. You haven't used this exhibit. One blue gem. Bantros miners have long used the special powers of the singing crystal to aid them in their mining activities. These unique vibrating rocks actually loosen the structure of the nearby rocks. They used rocks twice? They did. A trained miner can direct this power to bore tunnels and even clear caverns. Here is a small singing crystal for your own use. Okay. One singing crystal. I guess we can do the castle in this episode. Oh, one other thing, viewer. We can just leave the archives. Look at me. Doing the smart thing. I'm older, viewer. I don't have the energy I did when I was younger. I gotta play smarter, not, I don't know. What would it be? Faster? I didn't play this game fast last time either. It's gotta be better. That's all. Gotta play the game a little smarter, which includes accelerating to warp speed. Okay. Now we want to get to the castle as quick as possible, but I also want to put our money away, because if we die, I don't. No, I want to run from you, Squeezer. I don't want to lose all the money we have. We'll flee the creatures at the moment, because we want to go into the castle with as much life as we can. I hate you, Limpopod. I mean, we hate them anyway, but I hate that one extra much. Oh, come on, brain spate. Peasant! Oh, thank God, you might not stab me. Hello. 40 pieces of food for 51 gold. You know what? Sure. Let's do it, even though we're going to a town. That's arguably a bad deal. We'll still do it. A trapper. These are mostly time-friendly. Do you have any food? Oh. Yeah, we'll get full healed. Alright. I'm pretty sure this was the town that had the bank in it. You'll note that many towns do not have a bank here In Legacy, most towns did have a bank, but not everyone had a mint. There are mints as well in this game. I think 2 towns over here on Bantros possess a mint. There we go. So we're going to deposit most of our money. 265. Okay, I guess we should check the weapon shops and armor shops just in case they have something we care about. Hard Knocks armor. Superb leather. Cheaper here than it was for us to buy it in Crystal Creek. Castle Arms. A fair staff. More expensive fair staff, I think. That's interesting. I thought that every town had a certain inflation rate, as it were. Either the whole town was more expensive or everything in town was cheaper than other towns. Okay, to the castle. It's finally time for us to save Spine Quiver. I remember them doing decent damage. Okay. That's a cool looking creature, though. Reminds me of a oh, what was the name of it? I can't remember. There was a RTS game called Warwind, and it reminds me of this little white tube-like creature that could shoot at you in that game. No, so many enemies. No. Okay, we want to get viewers. It's going to be tough to do the castle, so we want to make sure we get there with the most life we've got. Which is to say, we don't want to get hit at all. Here it is. No, no bowel root. Okay, thank God. All right, viewer, I'm going to cut the recording really quick, save the game, and then we'll be in the castle. So I'll see you inside. Give me a second. All right, everyone. Let's do it. Make sure we're wearing our armor. We are. Let's go ahead and also cast some spells. So we're going to cast our armor enchant. Your leather gleams. We'll cast our glow tip. Your whip gleams. Perfect. We should do a little more damage, and our armor will absorb a little more, well, damage. We can go ahead and use our small key. All right. Now, you might wonder, I mean, why don't the guards use picks and shovels and clear this themselves? Well, viewer, the Union doesn't allow them to do that sort of thing. That's worker job, not guard job. Guards aren't being paid to clear debris. And I don't know if you noticed, but there are no servants in this castle, only guards. And the prince isn't going to do this, and the princess isn't going to do this. Like the princess, we don't even see what the princess is. So it's up to us to do it. We are, after all, a serf. This is serf job. So this is something that only we can do. Look at that. Look how amazing that was. The sound effect especially is to my liking. Of course, the orcs will recognize this sound, I'm sure. As only orcs can. This is a pretty powerful little crystal. Let's clear the way. Of course, we're not being paid to clear up, everything. I'm sure someone inside the castle will clear up the bit of it that's left. Your singing crystal melts. Now, thankfully, the cave-in, to my knowledge, never happens again, even if we were to leave at this moment. And I don't think you can even get another singing crystal, so that's the game's way of making you commit to this, or actually think you have to commit to it. I don't remember ever dying in this part, but I know it's possible. Let's go ahead and see what these orcs look like. Look at them. They're blue. Blue orcs. This is before we had green orcs or pig orcs. That would be pink, right? I wonder if the only difference is that they're literally blue. That's it. Otherwise, they're us in every other aspect. 20 hit points. That was amazing. That's why we had the weapon enchant. So it works the same way it does in Legacy. You say an action and then pick a direction. Enemies can strike diagonally. You cannot, as a heads up. Now, by the way, our weapon and armor chants are not timed based. They are swing or hit based. Maybe our armor chant is time based, but our weapon is not. No, I'm pretty sure they both fade after a certain amount of hits are done, either to us in the case of our armor chant or to an enemy. Oh, a blue gem. Okay, we'll even get the armor, but we're not going to do that. We're going to stick it out here now that we're committed. Well, I would prefer to be the one to get the first hit off at an enemy. Or swing, at least. Preferably that swing also hits. Very dodgy orc. He had a 15 dexterity. $100! Nice. Look, all these orcs lined up. Time for some good old-fashioned orc killing. We'll pass our turn, let him walk forward. To my knowledge, your weapons cannot break here. They cannot be broken inside a castle. But they can just be broken from fighting anything in the above world. Uh-oh. Okay, who did it? And who is this finely dressed and bearded gentleman down here? I like his robe. Who are you? The castle. In the lost section. You see somebody behind a counter. Slow speed for this, just in case. We don't want to fast speed stuff like this in case we miss something. Welcome, traveler. I'm Armen, the apprentice to the great wizard Cereval. He's up to his neck with these orcs further along. I know no attack spells, so I'd be most thankful if you could wipe out the orcs. I also suggest that you gather all the orc loot you can. In other words, get all the treasure chests. I can reward you with life elixir. Can you give me one of those now? In case you missed it, there's a chest with an archive gem in it. It's between here and the rock slide. Do we not have... Did you not give me any of those elixirs? He did. Okay. How many did we have? Did he give us? 2. Now, if I remember correctly, I don't think he gives you any more. Maybe he does. I don't think he does. We want to finish this excursion here, our attempt to eliminate the orcs in one go, because if we leave and come back, the orcs, to my knowledge, are all back. And we don't want to use more than one of these, because we have to do a dungeon next, the Island Caverns, I think. And we will have to do that dungeon without any elixirs. So if we can leave here with one, that greatly increases our chances to survive the dungeon that we'll eventually be in. But we do want all the treasure chests. What do you think they do in here, the mages? Like, it looks like a little labyrinth. Do you think it's like some sort of like obstacle course for them? Oh man! And look at this. The blue floors make the orcs really hard to see. Their natural camouflage is best suited for the castle attack. Maybe that's why they actually attack the castle. For more defense. But thankfully, orcs are very impatient, as you can see, so they're constantly moving, which gives them away. It's like the outline of the predator. Ooh, careful, Tim. You know, we won't see any orcs outside this castle. They're not a creature, to my knowledge, you can ever encounter anywhere but here. So this makes me think that they're probably an underground race in this world. But they're also not in any of the dungeons, which are underground. So they're specifically underground creatures that avoid dungeons. So they're smart. Probably. Can our key be used here? No. Okay. That counter over there, that purple counter, Cerevol's on the other side of that. But we need a key to access it. And it looks like we probably are going to have to use a healing potion. Got at least 5 more orcs here. Did our glow tip end? No, it did not. If we drop to 50 hit points, we will heal. No. It's gonna be close. It's gonna be very close. 2 more orcs? Only you 2? Oh, if we take another hit, we have to heal viewer. 1 orc left. Let's see. Okay, we're at 54 hit points. Oh, but we have 3 more orcs. Oh, a wooden key. That might be what we need, though. Let's see. We should clear out all the orcs. I think Cerebral actually instructs us to kill all the other orcs if we haven't already. So no matter what, we're gonna clear them out. Okay, we need to heal. I don't know if this game will knock us out before we get to 0 hit points, like it does sometimes in Legacy. So we want to heal now. The health elixirs work the same way in this game that they did in Legacy. They heal half your maximum hit points whenever you drink them. It's another reason why we didn't really want to use one, because it heals us 100 hit points. If we level up, we would have been healed 150 hit points. Maybe Cerebral actually would have leveled us before, like, we finished this area. But we're now committed to clearing out the rest of the orcs and looting the rest of the chests. We would have had to also make it, like, even if that was the last orc, we still have to make it to a temple. So and I don't think anyone here will heal you to full hit points. So, like, we don't get healed automatically talking to several. So, we needed to heal anyway. And we have 2 more orcs here. One more orc. We would have had 9 hit points. Our glue spell has run out. Do we cast another? Yes. We'll have that help us get to the temple. 250 gold. Very nice. Hopefully we do indeed make it to 1. All right. That's everything. 1,440 gold will go a long way. Actually, I think that was everything, right? I should check. I'm pretty sure it was. That'll go a long way to helping us outfit ourselves for the first dungeon we will do. Yeah, there's nothing else here. All right. Castle cleared out of orcs. I wonder if the apprentice does give you more potions if you drink them all. But it's too risky. I can't do it, viewer. We have to see Cereval, and I need to hold on to this 1 potion. You'd think a wooden key wouldn't be very effective at opening, like, a big metal door would snap when you twist the handle, so there must be some magic about it. Who is this fine-looking old gentleman here? The castle. We are in Cereval's chamber. You see somebody behind a counter. Ah, it is a pleasure to at last be free from these vile and troublesome orc guards. One good turn deserves another. I promote you to apprentice. Admittedly, it's not much, but far better than being a serf. Charisma +5. Did we get, like, a pay increase with this? I've taken your small and wooden keys in exchange for this gold key. I suspect you'll find the new one more convenient. Yep, you don't have to flip-flop keys any longer. This one key will open all the doors within this part of the castle. My orb of vision has been stolen and removed from this castle. Without it, I'm almost blind. With it, there is much I could tell you. One final note. Before you search for the orb, you'd be wise to visit the island caverns. Okay. Let's go ahead and speak with the prince next. Oh, what was behind this door, you're asking? That's the prison. This is a portcullis, sealing it off. Depending upon how you play the game, you might put someone into jail at some point in the game, and they'll be there. Hello, Mr. Sir Prince. Sorry, soda. Shouldn't be drinking it. It's 8:47 p.m. The lost section is ours once again. Rumors of your bravery are beginning to be heard around the kingdom. I begin to hate ever more the loathsome powers of Taragas. I hear that he traveled to a faraway place to work with his Blacksilver. Our kingdom is still in danger. Tremors shake the land far too often. I suspect they are caused by Taragas and his Blacksilver. You might remember that we had the narrator tell us this was the case when the princess warned us about it. Also tells us that Taragas is no longer on... Well, no, he might be on this continent somewhere. Just hidden away somewhere to work with his Blacksilver. Alright, viewer. Well, I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave, go to Eagle Temple, heal ourselves, and then that will be it. We'll save the game at that point. When we come back, we'll spend this money, get suited up, and prep for the Island Temple. We should probably use this gem, though, to get ourselves some chainmail, too. But then we need another blue gem to access the cavern aisles. Is there disc side 3? Oh, right. Hit a key. Okay, 1 second. Okay. So actually, we can go to Hawk Temple to heal. It's a bit, further away. But it is closer. Oh, first off to the archives, which will let us get the armor. I guess we can do that now, too, since we're going to be right there. And the bank, which is where I want to go first. Now, like in Legacy, the equipment that you find is, like, what's available to you is based on a combination of time spent in the world and your level. We'll absolutely buy a healing potion. I'll help you feel a little more secure. Oh, where's all the monsters now? Afraid of the mighty apprentice, huh? This is not ironwood, is it? It is, okay. Oh, my cursor was on screen this whole time. Okay, so... Oh, we're running a little... Well, we're not running... We are running low on food. All right, we resupply while we're here. Hello. Ye Old Bakery. Do me a favor? Sure. I need this package taken to Bad Axe. It's a Bad Axe passage. We'll go ahead and bring it there, sure. We'll help you make bread. We're not above taking parcels yet, viewer. Feeding Trough. That's an awful name for a place to buy food. Buy 117 days of it, though. Just 210 days. Maybe they're like food pills or something. They're carrying, like vitamins. No, we're not playing Dragon Wheel. We'll lose our money immediately. Well, viewer, we will play Dragon Wheel. We'll do it on screen at some point when we have more money than we currently have. Because all of this has to go in prep for the island caverns. The bank! Let us put 1,000 gold into the bank. No. No high-low. We're not gambling. This was... Oh, this was it. Let's do this once. Did you just stick 16 gold on my desk? Sure. I'll keep quiet one time. Can you spare 10 gold for a nice guy? Yeah. I heard these guys talking. A special ring lies at the bottom of the island caverns. That's why you want to go there first. We don't have to go there first, I think. Maybe? There's another exhibit in the Hawk Temple that we didn't see, called Storming Gear, I think. And we need that to access where the orb is being kept, if I recall correctly. Because where we need to go is not... It's not held in the caverns. The orb is held in the Citadel. And also, we have some extra equipment. So we don't need 4 whips. And we don't need the Great Dagger. And what are you selling? What are you selling? A fair staff. We could swap out our whips for staves, but I'll wait until we see a good staff show up. We might see them show up soon. Bad Axe, if I recall correctly, is up into the west of here, northwest. But we're going to go instead to the temple. Heal and get that chainmail. Blood pup stalk it. It avoided me. How rude! It probably was going to the castle to save it. Didn't want to fight anything on the way. All right, here we are. Hawk Temple. No, Owl Temple. Wait, Owl Temple. Oh, this is Owl Temple. Okay, wow. I thought this was Hawk Temple this whole time. Owl Temple is the one that's not on the island. Hawk Temple is one on the island. Okay, I was wrong. So much I know. Oh, I thought there was an option to go straight into the archives from out here. I guess there is not. Oh, and note the archives are closed at the moment, but we should not need to pay more money to open them up again. He'll just open them up for us. We'll offer you 80 bucks. Once again, he only wants 56? Yes. Okay, let's head on in. And we want that armor exhibit. Or the metalwork. Arguably, it's probably not worth it, because the armor we'll eventually be able to buy is going to be better than this armor, eventually. However, I don't know if we can get this armor, like, reasonably soon, and we kind of want to do the Island Cavern sooner rather than later, but by using the gem here, we will need to be offered another gem, because the Island Caverns exhibit requires a blue gem in order to access it. So in other words, we are going to be waiting for the Winds of Fate to provide us with another gem via one of the merchants. Although temples are places of holy, non-violent reflection, we enjoy the artistry of various military pieces. You see before you a splendid sample of modern chainmail. Note the exquisite artistry of the decorative engravings. No two are alike. Do you want to try one on? Sure. Use it wisely. Now we get to keep it. Good chainmail. We'll still hold on to our superb leather until other good chainmail shows up. And I think with that we're done. Oh, and I apologize, viewer, because I'm obviously still recording. I should have stopped us there, but we'll go ahead and leave. And then I'll wish you all a very fond farewell. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I will see you in the next one, where we will be supplying ourselves and prep for the Island Caverns. There won't be too much to do. We're just going to be visiting like a magic shop to buy a handful of dungeon spells. And then waiting for a blue gem to be offered to us while we deliver parcels here and there. So I'll see you then. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Take care, everyone.